So, we're gonna start with story time a little bit early today, because this is gonna take some time, what I'm about to talk about. You ready, Cringe, for quite the ride?
Exuberant. What is it?
So, today's concept is,
This is a cryptum.
you quit a job, you give a reason, but why do you really leave, right? We're gonna go through my job history, since I've been getting paid jobs.
Team Wither. Where's the cryptum
So,
from here?
Not far.
my first job out of high school, I was a camp counselor at a Camp Joy. Joy is an acronym for Jesus, Others, You, right? So I figured this is cool because, somebody had recommended me do the job. 1 year, okay, cool. Not realizing that it was for the less fortunate kids. I ain't gonna lie, but I got beat up by kids.
Just a few specimens the Guardians have brought to
Like, seriously, like, one kicked me in the back. It was insane. So, went back for another year because the person's like, hey, they had new directors, like, heard you're really good. I want you to do all 6 weeks instead of 3. Okay. The second year was the worst year that I ever worked. So I told myself, I am never going back, even if my life depended on it. Okay? I get a phone call to go back for a third year. I say, let me think about it. Call me again. Can you at least afford a week? I said,
Hunters. Your proper name is Megalogolo.
and I said,
A hive mind of worms. They're disgusting.
so I'm just like trying to think of reasons why not to go back, right? At the time, I was working for the Olive Garden here in the area. So I'm like, wait, I can't take time off at all. Okay. So I said, my job won't let me. Won't let me have off for the entire week. I said, okay, what if I write a letter and see if they let you have off? I said, unfortunately, I cannot afford my time this year. In reality, I was just fed up with what was going on with everything at that camp.
Kind of making me feel sad for him.
Their little arms always creep me
Granted,
out.
I did get paid $100 a week, but that's not much to go off, right? So after my second year, I got it.
It's gonna sound weird.
So pretty much my second year of college, I went to the local Chick-fil-A came to campus to hire people, right? And after my second year working, the manager came from and said, hey, you still looking for jobs? Yeah. So he hired me, which I thought it was going to be a pretty legit job, pretty cool, having Sundays off and everything, right? When it came to the end of the holiday season, he said, come see me. Yeah, I said, alright, I'm letting you go. You're just a holiday hire. After I was not hired for the holiday season, I was looking for a way out because there were too many people making my job just, a pain. And getting called in when new people wouldn't show up and nothing to reward it with. Yeah. So in reality, I was looking for a way out. But on paper, I was a dang holiday hire. Okay. Next, this leads to the other one for the reason why I couldn't go back to the camp. A job at Olive Garden. I wanted out when they replaced the front of house manager, because the front of house manager, legally they're supposed to give breaks every so often, right? Yeah, no, he would make us work straight through, no breaks, no nothing, and promised us food for doing so. I never saw any food. He even bribed me to lie to the district manager at one point. Like, because it was on a Black Friday shift, I was supposed to leave, but he lets the closer leave before me. So I called corporate and told on him, and he says, I knew it was you. What do I gotta do? Buys me food, right? I backstab him in the end, saying, yeah, I did do that. By the way, he bribed me with this food to lie to you. So then he leaves. Another manager who was twice as worse as him. Luckily, I had just gotten promoted at the YMCA. Got the head lifeguard. I told him, yeah, I got promoted, so I can't be here anymore. I left because I could not put up with the front of house managers that they kept hiring. It got worse and worse and worse. So, okay. So this next job, I went back twice. This is the YMCA job, right? This is, remember a few weeks ago I told you a story about lifeguarding? Okay. This is the first time I went there. This one I quit on my own accord, but I just could not put up with the lifeguards that they kept hiring in and out. Like, it was so many people, I'm just like, I can't keep up with this. Like, I thought I was going to be able to keep my staff the way I wanted it and everything. On paper, it says I quit because I got a nice, really rad internship. Okay? I quit because I couldn't take it. Because my staff kept changing every other month. And you know, for a supervisor, that's just terrible, right? When you have to put up with that.
I always thought the duty would fall to humans.
So,
And in a way, I suppose it has.
I realized today when I was putting this together that I was, my current job, I worked for the university I graduated, right?
The monitor called it a threat of death.
I didn't realize that I had quit that job twice before as a
You
student.
were built, not born.
Oh yes, AIs
So,
are just machines.
the first time I was hired in the department where I went to school, Cringe, like for computer science, as a research assistant. You know, I had all these cool projects and we were working on, and had this very nice AI implementation I was working on with my mentor.
You've been running around the galaxy. I've been speaking.
My mentor just up and decided not to come back.
Who will accept my offer?
So I'm like,
Help me bring
there's no one else that I want to work with. Like, this guy had all my interests.
This is Cromwell, shipboard AI.
I have to say that this is probably the first time that is documented that I quit. That my reason for quitting lines up with why I quit. Because my mentor decided not to come back. Plus, then I got a better job for the website team at that same place. So I mean, right? Like better experience, I'd say, right? So, which leads me to this. This probably one of my favorite jobs of all time. I wanted to stay full-time, but they didn't have an opening. They let me go because I graduated, so I was no longer a student. But one take back that I took, aside from learning like all these cool website things and like things I didn't know, my manager freaking killed my fingernail eating habit. Yes, like I had this bad habit. Eating my nails, and then she just would stare at me, 100% stare at me. And then I was like, "What was going on?" I said, "You know, we got a luncheon today. That's gonna be your lunch if you keep going like that." Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of takebacks from that job, so on paper and in real life, I had to quit because I was no longer a student. So I mean, yeah. But now I'm there full time doing other things. But so I know you haven't graduated yet, correct? Right, Cringe? Cringe. Cringe. You there? Yo, Cringe. Hey, Cringe, you listening to me? Hey, Cringe, you there? Hey, Cringe. Yo, Cringe, you there? Well, this is my first job right out of college, right? So I was looking to quit because the people were so bad, the management, I just couldn't take it. I got let go for artistic differences. before I could even quit. What do you say about that, Cringe? Oh no, they weren't even paying me what I was worth for being a developer in website design. So I was about to leave anyways, but I'm like, okay, that's fine. Yeah, but like, oh no, they originally were gonna fire me, but I lawyered up. I lawyered up so they could put it to a let go. To this day, they still owe me my final paycheck. Yeah, no, if they ever want to pay me, that thing has interest, according to my lawyer. So, I could retire wealthy if I ever get that money.
2 turrets ahead.
So next thing, right? Next job after that was for a Fortune 500 company, right? Here in town. It was a 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. job, 3 days a week. Yeah, I didn't like it one bit, but I needed a job. I couldn't take it because, like, the sleep schedule was just insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm like, pretty bad. Yeah, so I'm like, okay. Made it through my 90 days, and I got let go because, you know, they were going to fire me originally, but I threatened to lawyer up, so they just said let go because the reason they were going to fire me was for no reason. Like, it was, I pissed off a programmer, pretty much. I was going to leave anyways because I could not take that sleep schedule. Made my job easier. So right about this time, so after that, I get hired at GameStop as a seasonal. And right around this time, like, I think when I left GameStop is when I met you. So, I left, on paper it says on GameStop I left for another job. Okay, because I had gotten hired at my current job. Okay? I left for 2 reasons. And I told this to the district manager because district manager and I were buddies, right? I left one because they promised me a key holder position. But the assistant manager was going to step down, but he said, I'm not going down unless you give me that position. I'm not going to a low-level grunt. And because I didn't get that position, the assistant manager made it his duty to make my life a living hell. Just because I didn't get it. So every day I dreaded going to work because of the assistant manager. I could work with anybody else but him. So I told it to the district manager's face. Of course, it's more colorful than what I'm about to say.
Don't stop
It is
Osiris.
because of
Cortana's
your
not
assistant
waiting for
manager
us.
making fun of me like this is a middle school.
Is held in place by gravitational cores, like the one directly ahead.
That's the reason why I
Once
left.
those are disabled, we can attempt retrieval of your friends.
You
So
heard her.
while I was
Weapons
working
free.
at GameStop,
Eliminate the
before I got my gig that I'm at right now, I got hired back at the same YMCA that I quit. Because they needed lifeguards. Yeah. I quit because I had been promised the manager position, right? Which I never got. Then from there, I also quit. So that was on paper, but in reality, I did not want to renew my lifeguard certification. And you want the worst part about this is? It was 2.5 months expired. So yeah, I did not want to renew it because I'm not about to go there, take a paper test, and redo all the saves. Heck no. You haven't been back. Well, I went back when I graduated and gave. Oh no, that was the first time I could. I went back and gave stuff, but I haven't looked back.
Rally up, we just lost Babe.
So right before I got hired at my full-time job, where I'm at right now, right before I left GameStop, I got hired at a Thai restaurant here. called Lemongrass that just opened. You know, run by friends of the family. You know, because I needed the extra money because I wasn't making much at GameStop. Seasons were slow. I kept the job while I was working at my current job because my pay was alright. You know what I mean? Starting pay is never good. You know what I'm saying? So I kept up with this. It was only Saturday nights. Only Saturdays, okay? Throughout the time there, you know, since it was only 3 servers and everything, you know, we had a lot of closing duties and stuff to do, and I got in trouble a few times for certain things that I, you know, because anger issues, right? So my brother had gotten hired at Ruby Tuesday and was trying to get me on board, right? And I wanted out of this restaurant because the manager got pregnant. It was really pissy. One night I was told to clean the bar glasses. I did. She said, "They're still dirty. Get back on it." One of the servers said, "You did a good job with this. You're going to join them too and re-clean all these glasses." Okay. Yeah, so every time, like, it was like that. Okay. So, when I got the job at Ruby Tuesday, I went to there to put in my 2 weeks notice just to say I just got hired at a better place. Okay? That was the paper reason. You know what's funny about that story?
The Artemis could help find
I didn't put in my 2 weeks notice. My brother did for me. When I went there to see if they were in, they were at the pretzel place across from Ruby Tuesday. So my brother walked over and gave him my 2 weeks. Paper reason? Better job. Real reason? I swear the manager was out to get me. Once you got pregnant. So. Yeah, so. Here's the final one, because I'm still in my current job. And I part-time teach, which I ain't gonna lie, I love teaching a lot. And my current job is, you know, is good. But, so, the last job that I left was Ruby Tuesday. You probably remember me talking about this one, right? I think when I met you, I was working there or something like that. At the time? Okay. So, got the job there, you know, to get out of the other restaurant, and, you know, everything was fine. The only issue I had starting was the current assistant manager didn't want to hire me, so it was every time I go in for a shift, get a few tables, alright, go home. So pretty much I had to prove myself to her. Okay? Right before COVID hit, something happened to the assistant manager, so they had to hire a new one.
As long as we get to the crypto before it goes.
And the new one, because I was a shift leader, made my life a living hell. 100%.
Keep searching.
Just because he could.
The other gravitational cores are nearby.
So when COVID hit, I remember the night distinctly. We all had to kick everybody out, get everything clean, and just leave. That being said, you know, we all got unemployment for that. And I'm like, okay, this stuff is gonna come in handy somehow. So I put it all in savings. Majority of it into savings, all of it. When they started telling people to come back, they were getting essential people coming back. My buddy that works with me on my current job was one of the first ones back. And then when he told me, hey, call me quickly. He says, yeah, I said, manager is about to call you to come back because she says she can't do this without you. I says, have you told her I'm not coming back because I got all this other jazz? Yeah. And he says, yeah, I did, but she thinks you're gonna come back if she asks. Manager calls me and says, I really need, the store needs you back. I said, Ma'am, do you need me back, or the store needs me back? I said, no, I need you back. Can't do this without you. I said, yeah, I ain't coming back. I'm not coming back. I'm done with the restaurant business. And all I hear in the background is my buddy laughing up a storm. Like, you know what I mean? Like those things where you just can't stop but laughing because you know you're right about something. That was him, and then all I hear her manage to say is, "Stop that! This ain't funny." So, but the real reason I didn't want to go back, because the assistant manager was a total. Well, not to mention that he was not to mention that he was gay, but total ass at the same time. Yes! And here's the one thing, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I don't care if I get in trouble for it.
Take it out.
I swear, people with the name Tyler are all assholes. That's a common thing with the 2 assistant managers that I had
2 cores destroyed.
in my life.
Only 3 more and the cryptum should disable.
I swear, it is something with the name, because everyone that I've encountered that has the name Tyler, even if they're in management, they've got issues.
I'll be honest. I'm not sure if we can do
So
that.
guys, this will be warning you. If you see anyone with that name, don't go there, please. Don't even go down that rabbit hole.
Don't seem like his style.
Indeed, it is not.
So, but yeah. And now I'm happy with what I do now. You know? So, yeah, that has been my past few jobs and reasons why I actually left and kind of lied about why. You know, not lied, but like gave a different reason on why I left. Exactly. What do you say about all that? I know, right? I know, right? I mean, you're probably gonna retire from the reserves, right? Or the what is it? The National Guard? Yeah.
If you eliminate the other gravitational cores, the cryptum should become accessible.
What? Why not? Oh. Dang. Oh, okay. You just use it for school. Oh, okay. Yep, I got my Chivo for 40 points. We just got to finish the intel. So you did it for schooling reasons originally. Yeah. I mean, that's part of the reason why I stuck with my current job, even though I have a passion for teaching after doing it for 3 years. Is because much of the people that are hired are people that I've known throughout the years. Even though, you know, I don't want to say some things on stream because I don't want to get tracked back to me, but I'll tell you when we cut the stream what's going on. But I can tell you this, that after working at the university for 9 years, I finally got recognized for something this week. And you know what the funny part is about all this? It is not for my 8 to 5 job. It was for my impact in teaching students. For my part-time job. So, isn't that quite the thing, right? Right, Cringe? Like getting recognized for something that's not in your own department. So, I mean, That was pretty cool this week to do that. Whew! But you're still at the butcher shop, right, or whatever? Cringe, right? You're still at the meat locker or whatever it's called. Hey, Cringe, right? You're still at that meat place or whatever. For now? What do you mean for now? You about to leave? Oh, okay. Oh! Wow. So you're finally gonna be able to get into that now? Okay, because I know you said that's what you're missing for your schooling. Nice. So how will that affect Halo Night? Come on. Okay. Okay. At least you got your final requirement going though. Oh yeah. So you're gonna be So you want to be an X-ray technician. Nice. Yeah, I mean, neither did I, and now I'm working in higher education. You know what I'm saying? My degrees are in applied computer science, both of them, my master's and my bachelor's. So I mean, that's what I'm doing with my life. So one more intel and we get the last achievement, right, for what we need.